My name is David Abdulai. I work in the Shekinah Clinic, and we try primarily to aim at the poor and destitute who feel abandoned by society, by family and friends, to make them feel that God loves them freely and unconditionally. I set up this organization at the time when Ghana was going through the cash and carry system, and I found out that some people were unable to access health care because they had no money. I also set it up because, having come from a very poor family myself, I know what it means to be at the receiving end of society. The humiliation you experience, the pain of having to go to bed without a meal, and all these things. From my own experience, I felt if I could address them, then it would fulfill me and give me true joy and happiness. I also set up this to let people, or to let myself understand one thing, that my concept of God is not just a theoretical thing, but a real thing. I believe in God who is omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. That means God can do anything. There is nothing impossible for God. So I felt that this belief, I wanted to test it with my life by opting out completely from an established system, from a source of regular income, to depend absolutely and unconditionally on divine providence to serve the poor, who I believe are also God's children. From Monday to Friday, on a daily basis, we run 2 clinics. An average of 50-55 patients per clinic, sometimes going to 60, but oftentimes between 50 and 55, Monday through Friday. Malaria, peptic ulcer, hypertension, heart problems, liver problems, rather common. We see a lot of terminal cases of liver diseases, either cirrhosis or cancer of the liver. It's not uncommon that people finally end up coming to see us here. Really, now, do we see HIV patients? We see pelvic inflammatory diseases from women, and infertility, usually secondary, from couples who have had children but are having difficulties getting children now. For clinics, we have 2. There's a small one that I go to the prisons every Friday to help out with the prisoners who are unable to access health care because of difficulties, one reason or another. We have a second one on the Yendi Road, and the present one we have here on the Kumbungu Road. That's only for the health care, but we also have other social services. One of them is the food program, daily food program, which is not in this establishment, but in an independent establishment somewhere else in the town. And we give an average of 150 people a meal every day. Usually, these people are the mentally ill people, mentally challenged people who are roaming the streets of Tamale, obviously indicating that they do not have a regular source of care for themselves. And I believe in a God who is omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. Divine providence cannot be limited. If God wants a job to be done, He will provide the means. So He touches people, individuals and groups of people who feel that this is something they would like to be a part of in one way or the other. And from people like that, they make donations within the country, outside the country, every now and then. There's no regular source of funding, but there is almost always somebody willing to give something at the opportune time when we need it to serve the poor people. We have patients coming from virtually anywhere within this country, and even sometimes outside this country. At the moment, I have a patient from Burkina Faso. We also have destitutes coming from Togo, from Benin, from Nigeria, from Burkina Faso, and also from Ghana here. At the moment, we have 2 lepers, one from Benin and one from Togo, Bassar. I think that everybody's looking for happiness. For those who have difficulty getting it in one way or the other, depending upon the direction they have chosen, I suggest one other way. Love the poor, love God, whatever you conceive of Him, and you'll be fulfilled.